James, thank you very much for joining Future Net Zero. To be honest, I would like to start telling you that I have read your story, and if I had to put a headline in this story, I would choose something like from luxury vehicles to sustainability, a remarkable story and journey. So can you tell us a little bit more about this journey?
Yeah, look, the luxury car side of things is the family's been involved in the automotive industry pretty much since the 19th century, so 1911. I became a father and separated from that business in 2015. We moved down the coast of Melbourne and down to a place called Mount Eliza in Victoria. And about 3 months after we moved down, my youngest son had a reaction to a typical plaster that I pulled out of the cupboard as a father. And I went to the pharmacist and the doctor, and he kept on reacting to different products I put onto his skin. And from there, I started to realize what's wrong with my boy. And I had the time to put into having a look into the market and realizing it was about 25% of the world population have the same problem as what my son did. And it's not an issue with the consumer. I think it's more so an issue with the components that would have been developed into the common plaster these days, that we found a more natural approach and decided to make it out of bamboo fibre. My wife was using bamboo fibre, making baby wipes with her two sisters with a product called Jack Organics. And I had heaps of bamboo fibre rolls at home and started cutting them up and trialling out different adhesions that we could trial on the skin. And unfortunately for my son, I don't believe in testing on animals, but I tested on my son in stages. But in the really good light of that is that we've developed a product now that's helping people around the world, not just catering for the 75% of the population, we're catering for 100% of the population with a solution that doesn't cause irritation, doesn't tear skin, and also too on the eco footprint, we're making from bamboo fibre, which is naturally a sustainable material, providing you do it in the right format, which we do, and we mill it in the right format that doesn't cause toxic waste. The bamboo fibre, it's naturally antimicrobial. It's got huge benefits when it comes down to its compostability, as far as it's a natural fibre that breaks down and goes back in the soil. But we didn't really start that green. We started off trying to fix a problem in the market, which was what was happening with my son. And the product itself was very green, but the componentry that we had to put the product in to make it sterile and sell it to the consumer, I had to have a biodegradable film on one side of that. And it was something that really irritated me for quite some time. And in 2017, we removed that and became a completely compostable product from off the shelf to the straight in the home compost bin. Ultimately, it's not just that 25% that have an issue. It extends further than that, because elderly and aged care, as they get to a fragile and brittle state of their skin tissue, a lot of products will tear their skin. Our product doesn't tear. We've had amazing results with people that are suffering from Lyme disease through to diabetes problems to eczema, psoriasis, and we haven't had the product react on any of our patients, or I call them patients, but I call them the extended family. But it's lovely to know that we've actually got a product now that can actually help people in the world. And now we're spanning in 40 odd countries globally, in some of the largest retailers that are now fully not just understanding the eco footprint behind what we do, but also to helping their customers and driving that. Just the beginning of this month, we made a pledge globally that we're not just growing bamboo to produce our products, but we're actually planting a tree for every retailer that stocks our product to make a conscious contribution back into the environment with NutriCare's products as we grow.